Welcome back to the Metro PCS Tailgate Show. We're at Cantrell Stadium on the campus of McEachern High School here in Powder Springs. One game down, one game to go tonight. It was Roswell beating Buford 24-7 in what was game 3 of this weekend of football coming up. The South Forsyth War Eagles will take on the Hillgrove Hawks in game 4 of our Corky Kell Classic. Joining me now from Allstate is Joe Glancy. You're from the Ackworth area, right?
That's correct.
Not too far from here.
Not too far at all, about a 15-20 minute drive.
All right, we talked a little bit earlier, but just if you can share with everybody once again, you got a lot of people from Allstate, a lot of representatives out here. You guys are working. You're not just here to watch football.
Oh, absolutely. We've got 75 agents that are volunteering their time over this weekend at the 3 different locations, including tomorrow at the Georgia Dome. We've set up a tent that's the X to Text tent, and that's an Allstate program to try to get teens and parents to talk about the dangers of distracted driving and to make a pledge that they're not going to do that. We're looking to get 5,000 pledges this weekend, and we think we'll hit our goal.
Any idea where we are on that goal right now?
That's a good question. The pledges are all thumbprints on posters, and the posters are all lit up. But somebody's job is going to be to have to count those. I don't want to do it.
I'm going to volunteer you, Joe, to take care of that job. Distracted driving is more than just texting, though, isn't it?
Absolutely. In fact, there was a report from the Insurance Information Institute where teenagers admitted to being on their cell phone 82% of the time, but 49% of the time admitted to extreme distraction through texting. So it doesn't have to be texting. It can be the cell phone. It can be changing the radio. Any of those things lead to dangers on the road.
Important, I think, to talk to kids at an event like this because you're talking about people who haven't been driving that long, maybe are just starting to drive or will be driving over the next couple of years. And I think you want to ingrain these habits early on as you're learning to drive, so maybe this won't be a problem as we go forward.
You're exactly right. And we've had a lot of kids that are probably not driving yet, freshmen or sophomores in high school come up and sign it. And I think a lot of them are kind of following their friends and seeing what they're doing. Mm-hmm. But if it starts a conversation, if they go back and they sit with their parents in the stands and they've got the blue ink on their thumb, any of that is good for Georgia drivers, it's good for the roads, it's good for the kids.
How about us as parents, as adults, the example that we set, they're always watching, aren't they?
Absolutely. And the parents that we have as clients, the parents we see driving next to us on the roads, they're not always good habits out there. And when they see that, when your kids are in the backseat of the car and they see that they're going to follow that, they're going to think it's not a big deal, and boy, is it a big deal.
So
it's a huge deal.
The feedback's been very positive, I guess, from the kids you've talked to?
Absolutely, absolutely. The parents are excited that we're doing it. Again, it's a chance for them to start the conversation, and it's worked out really well so far.
And Georgia's one of the really worst places in the country when it comes to this epidemic.
It's an epidemic. It is a public health epidemic, from my perspective at least, and it needs to be treated that way. And we needed to give it the severity. If there were a disease that was killing Georgians at the rate that accidents from distracted driving are, we take that very seriously, and we should with distracted driving.
Why do you think it's not being taken seriously? Because everybody thinks, I'm not distracted. I think we all think we can do it. Other drivers can't do it, but we think we can.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
In fact, I read something that if you're driving down the road at 55 miles an hour, and you look away from the steering wheel for 5 seconds, you've gone the length of a football field blind. And I can't imagine how dangerous that is.
And I can't remember the last time I drove down the road and didn't look over and see somebody texting and driving. It's
at a stoplight, behind you, in front of you, it's crazy.
All right. Well, Joe, we appreciate it. Thanks for what you guys are trying to do this weekend, and let's hope we can, treat this like the epidemic that it is and nip this thing and going forward. Keep everybody safe. Joe, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right.